Activate Orbitile! Tribute! Let's go! We did it! Hell yeah! Finally, we got the Speedroid W! Even before it's not Speedroids, they're just using Yugo. They showed skill, right? I wasn't paying attention. Did they show skill? Surely. Why? It's not fair. It's not fair, Konami. That is right. Welcome, YouTube. This is what we've been cooking. Yeah, Starry Night Odd Eyes. Starry Eyes? Starry-eyed? That's what I am when I look at this list. Alright, that was a bad one. But yeah, this is what we got. I'll just go through the card by card. Triple Starry Dragon, double Odd Eyes, double Oath, one Rael, triple Orbitile. We got double Flamel, double Dragon Pit, one Dragon Pulse. We got the double Balefire, triple Pen Call, of course, and then the Starry Night Ceremony as our only Starry Night spell trap. Extra deck is very tight. We got the Raging Dragon and the Dark Rebellion, of course, to make the skill live. Queen Dragon Jin, very good in this list especially. Abyss Dweller and Roaches are turn on options. Volo, staple in an Odd Eyes list. Nightmare Unicorn and Phoenix as our link options. Because you do go into those sometimes, you need to. Yeah, the synergies, let's get into that. So obviously Odd Eyes on its own, a very good engine, especially with the skill. Gives you everything for free, you just need to open your scales, of course. It's very much opposite of the previous Pendulum decks we've seen be good, where you get your scales for free and then what you do after that really matters. But this one's the opposite. You need to get your scales, that's why we run triple Pen Call. I tried to keep the deck count as low as possible, I never went over 22 cards, just because we really want to see Pen Call as much as possible. And obviously if you open up Dragon Pit and Oath Dragon, that's fine as well. But most of the time, yeah, you're gonna get your scales by Pen Call, and then your skill really gets the game going for you. If you don't know what the skill does, I'm not really gonna go into it. It just gives you a bunch of monsters for free, level 7, level 4, depending what you need. And that's where the Starry Knights come in. If you open Starry Dragon or any of the other guys, they're level 7 and 4 as well. So they combo really well with the levels that you need. Also, Starry Dragon being a dragon, you can make Volo as well. If you, well, you always open Odd Eyes if you use skill. But Starry Knight's just another level 7 dragon that makes Volo live. You can also go into Raging Dragon with it because it is a dragon. Doesn't specifically need to be Odd Eyes. Yeah, the level 4s are obviously good for level 4 plays. You'll see some pretty nice combos that explain themselves, I think, pretty well. Yeah, the Orbitile is the new Starry Night card, of course, that's being used in this list. Very strong. In a lot of scenarios, better than Rael. Basically, you can summon this, tribute it to get either your Balefire or your Ceremony, which Rael did anyway, but this puts it in the grave, so you don't have any monsters on field, and in certain scenarios against Dark decks, if you search Balefire, you get a free summon of Starry Night Dragon to pop anything you like. Also in this list, you're going to be getting Starry Night Dragon to the grave quite a lot, and with Flamel, if you open Flamel as well, you can bounce Starry Night Dragon from your deck back to your hand, and Orbitile's if second effect in the grave. If a Starry Night Dragon gets bounced back to your hand, you get to summon this out for free. Another level 4 body. can close out games with either the links or going into Queen Dragon, or obviously Dark Rebellion. Queen Dragon can also summon out Starry Dragon. It is a dragon, and then just with Queen Dragon and Starry Night Dragon can make Raging. It's a very fun combo. Yeah, I don't know what much else there is to say. Often, well not often, sometimes you just open either one half, the Starry Night half, or you open just the Odd Eyes half of the deck. Both are pretty solid, and together they're really fun. So yeah, this is what I've been cooking. Enjoy the replays. Alright, our first game is up against Yami... not Yami Yugi. Yugimoto with Magician's Magic as the skill. Historically a pretty easy matchup for Starry Nights, especially when you open up just the Starry Night engine. So we got Balefire starting, grabbing the Orbitile, summoning that, tributing it off to get the trap set directly from the deck. Pretty weak hand, considering the limitations, not the limitations, considering the ceiling of this deck. But it's gonna be just enough with Flamel and Starry Night Dragon in hand, as you'll see, because Dark deck's pretty free. I didn't want to boost because there was a delay. I knew he had the magical dimension. That's the only way he gets rid of my Starry Night Dragon. So on attack, we summon, we pop the back row. He can't swing over my dragon, and from here, we just win. Flamel adding back dragon, summoning it out, and we also get Orbitile's effect in the grave because we added the dragon back to hand. We draw because we really don't need anything specific to win, so we just get a draw for Fairy Cheergirl. I did take this out of the deck. It's not very useful. There are other cards you need. As you saw in the deck profile, we didn't include this card. And yeah, we just panned out everything and we win. Odd Eyes engine coming in clutch at the end there. Not really clutch, we already had lethal. I guess I shouldn't speed through these games, so I can explain them more clearly. Going first again against Rockets. 27 cards. Normally full of traps, as you'll see in a bit. I think this was the lot of traps. Alright, we got Pen Call, dropping the Oath, grabbing our starting Pendulum scales. Oath and Dragon Pit. Now we've got a level 7 and a 4 in hand already, so we grab 2 level 7s. The Dragon Pit is just for follow-up. And out level 7, level 7, level 4, and level 4. Like Volo, we don't go into a rank 4 here because Dweller wouldn't do anything. And that's basically the only turn 1 Xyz we had at this point. Again, I hadn't taken out Fairy Cheergirl for Roach yet, but Roach is very good. Yeah, we got to use Orbitile's effect, tribute itself, set the Arrival, and we have Starry Night in hand. So we've got one pop and another pop. They go for quick launch. They didn't activate this because they have no targets in hand, so he attempts to pop it with Tracer. I just pop that, he doesn't get it. Sets 3. Summon, we pop one of the back row because Rocket Tracer's dying in the end phase. We hit a Needle Seeding, very good. And apparently the back row would do nothing. Alright, next up we got Bandit Keith. I can't remember, was this an Orcust? I think this was Orcust. We're going second. Oh, step 3. Pretty easy for Starry Night to deal with, especially with Odd Eyes engine, with Dragon Pit being able to get rid of back row. We just set up a Starry Night Ceremony in case at some point in our combo they activate a back row, we get a free summon of Starry Dragon. So we grab Pendulum Call, we grab our Pendulum Scales, and the skill's gonna pop off. No, it's not, because he Cosmics. And at this point, we get the Dragon Summon, because he activated an effect. Pop a back row. Pomple's back, that's fine. We really like this in hand, and we also get Orbitail's effect engraved, summoned it out as a body, and we've basically set up our turn 1 again. They are able to switcheroo into Orchestrate or Return. That's pretty good off the top. They get Scrap Recycler. Now all we need to do is pop one non-Orcust monster, so that would be the Scrap Recycler. We don't pop the Nightmare because he has Symbol Skeleton engraved that can just summon it back. So we pop that. He chalices us, which would be a problem, but new card, Orbitail, baby. It allows us to tribute any light monster to set a Starry Night spell trap. That dodges Chalice's negate, so we'd still get to pop their monster and they can't do anything after that. Orbitail coming in clutch. Alright, last replay up against Yusefudo. They are on Shooting Star Road. Synchro deck being boosted by Crystal Wing. Alright, we start off with Balefire. We have both sections of our deck. We've got the Starry and the Odd Eyes. I'm just gonna set up the Ceremony to grab us the level 7 dragon. And then the Odd Eyes section will put in work. Because we don't have a reliable way of getting Starry Dragon on the field, we're not going to pend it out just yet. We'll rather save it for Ceremony's effect, rather than use it for an Xyz summon. At this point we had put in Roach, which was very good against Synchro decks. So he special summons forward, normal summon Giant Synchron, summons out the Converter, Synchro summon into Samsara. That's just gonna get negated. Doesn't get his effect from Converter because he didn't successfully Synchro summon. Gets out Junk Synchron. That's gonna trigger our Ceremony to summon Dragon, popping, and he scoops it up. Very strong. Alright, and we're back with the deck. I hope those replays gave you a really good understanding of how this deck can actually pop off. I'm really glad I made this. I've always been a huge fan of Starries, as some of you might know. But yeah, let me know what you think of the deck. Let me know what you've cooked from the new box. Are you playing Speedroids? It's a very good deck. I don't need to tell anybody that. I'm pretty sure there's loads of videos out by the time this video comes out of other people playing Speedroids. Unfortunately, I cannot, so that won't be a video from me. But something else might come up, depending on how far I go into the box after this. But yeah, see you guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.